Not only do we have Raynell Moore joining us, we also will have my co-host, Lynn Robinson, who sends in her audios for us to be able to hear and to practice daily and something to think about always and every day. So this week we're going to be discussing how to let go without looking back. Um, it's easy to plan to let go. It's easy to plan to let go of things that we no longer want in our lives, to let go of places that we no longer want to be in our lives, and to let go of mindsets, to let go of certain actions and thought patterns. However, what the most difficult part is not looking back. What was shared what was given to me on my heart was discussing the story of Lot and his wife in the Bible. And if you all can recall, when God told them to leave Sodom and Gomorrah, he told them not to look back. And he said, just leave everything and just go and don't look back. And I'm not here to preach to you, but this is something that just came up to me. And I said, wow, this is kind of deep. All right, so he told them, leave and leave everything, don't look back. And Lot's wife, she was very distraught because she had built so much, gained so much there. If you remember, I believe that's after they were, Abraham and Lot had divided the land amongst themselves, and they got to choose which sides of the land that they wanted to go to. And the land was flowing with milk and honey. Long story short, all hell broke loose. And so God said, okay, now I'm moving you again. And sometimes we get comfortable. And what they did was they got comfortable. But Lot was like, okay, I'm going to leave because this is what you told me to do. You told me to leave. So he picked up his family, and with nothing more than what they had on and maybe the basic necessities, he started out leaving. Now, his wife, even though she had clear instructions on not looking back, she still was thinking about the things that she was leaving behind. And she looked back. And as the story goes, she turned into a pillar of salt. Now, I don't know about you, but I always think, okay, a person turns into a pillar of salt. But then I started to think, and it was placed on my heart, what is salt? What does salt taste like? Salt is bitter. It does not taste good. So when we're instructed to leave and to move forward and not look back, if you really think about it, because I know we've all gone through things where we left something and we didn't want to look back at it, but every once in a while we think about the past. We think about those people that hurt us. We think about the things that we were leaving behind that we felt were valuable to us. And we become bitter. We become bitter at the person who we feel hurt us and caused us to have to leave. The people that we blamed for the reasons why we have to leave. We become bitter because we feel like we left something so valuable that we can never get back again. And then you start thinking, should I have even left? Should I have even gone? It could be a relationship that you're in. You could be being abused in a relationship, mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally, and you feel like that person gave it all to you. You had the world, but you were being abused. And you start to wonder, should I have taken the abuse? But then you become bitter because you're like, I left all of this stuff behind. That's what the story means to me. When she looked back, she turned into a pillar of salt. She turned into something that was bitter. And that may not be exactly what it was that happened, but for me, it's symbolic. It means that you can become bitter when you look back. And tonight we have Raynell Moore on our show. And she always tells us, she'll tell anyone that she is by far perfect. She is not the most perfect person or individual walking this earth. She will tell you that she has a lot more to learn, a lot of growing that she has to still do, a lot of goals she would like to accomplish. However, I personally know Raynell, and I know of some of her struggle, and I've seen her grow tremendously, and I'm very proud of her, and I'm very happy that she is on our show tonight, giving us some motivation and giving us some courage and some insight on how not to look back. One of the things is that it's easier said than done People can tell us anything. They'll tell us, just keep going. Why you keep going back to so and so? Why do you keep going back over there to that neighborhood? Why do you keep hanging out with those same friends? But the truth of the matter is, it's not as easy as some people make it look. And even the people that make it look easy, they have a difficult time sometimes not looking back. They just don't tell you that they do. Those people that are judging you, they are the main people that have a difficult time not looking back. They still look back at stuff. They still hold grudges and things like that. But I don't want you to do that. And this show is created to be able to give you the tools that you need. Also, let me remind you that I do have the 6-week audio to help you along with the show for you to be able to continue on your path of letting go and not looking back and staying encouraged. All right, so with that being said, I am going to get Raynell on the show right now and introduce her to you. And I want you to welcome her and just take as much as you can from her story. Hi, Raynell.
Hi, Sequoia. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
I just wanted to thank you for being on the show with us tonight and being here to encourage so many people who are in our audience on how to keep going forward and how to let go of certain things, and giving us some tips on how we can, prevent ourselves from looking back or even just moving back.
Right.
The first thing I want to discuss is the fact that you moved from New York and you left everything behind. You've been in New York for years of your life, and you just picked up, left everything, and moved to Virginia. What brought that on?
Well, Sequoia, what I could say, like, what brought that up, I was tired. I was tired of me. I was tired of my situation. You understand what I'm saying? We all go through something. I just got tired of what I was going through. I just picked up my faith, took my faith with me, and said, I'm going to try this again a different way, start over somewhere else. So I just walked away from it all, just prayed, and hopefully everything will work out.
Right. And some of the things that you've gone through, because, it has to be something, people think that it has to be something drastic for you to just pick up and just leave. Can you tell us a few things that, how was your life in New York City? And it's not to say that New York is bad. We're just saying that it could be any place, any circumstance. Tell us how your life was in New York that made you feel like you was just tired.
Well, I felt I was in a bad place, like living in a cave, like in darkness, comfortable in my dark spot, being, not knowing that there's a future and life is what you make of it. I was going through a few things. I wasn't working. I was living in a project, which is nothing is wrong with that.
Right.
But I was used to everything being free and handed to me. I got depressed a lot because of my lifestyle, my situation, and I just wanted a change. You understand what I'm saying? I was just going insane, just things poisoning my body, hustling the streets, whatever it was. And I just felt that life, I was tired of that lifestyle. I was tired. I asked for help. And I just had the help I was asking for. I don't know, maybe with me being stuck, I felt wasn't working where I was. So let me try something different because I know it's better out there. I was kind of just settling. Think I have to just settle. And no, it wasn't like that. So maybe if I move, and start all over again, meet new people where I'm not judged because you don't know my story. You just know me how you meeting me now and where we're going today. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was looking for. Yeah. So,
and I have a question in the chat room that says, did she have family or friends in Virginia? Why Virginia?
Okay. I have family and friends everywhere. New York, I have a great family. I have a great support system. Mother, family, aunt, everybody I could talk to, but I had to help me. Nobody could help me. Why I picked Virginia? I have family here. I didn't want to just pick a state where I don't know nothing, nobody, because part of my change was it's time for me to get a job, get right with an apartment, learn responsibility. So thanks to all of y'all out here, family, you, Serena, Berger, Taz, everybody, who helped me and encouraged me. And I just knew it was better out here for me. That's how I felt. I didn't know it was going to be better. I can't say that. I didn't know it was going to be better, but that's a chance I had to take.
Yeah.
You understand? And Virginia, because I had support. There was support.
Yeah, because that's like going somewhere, you're trying to get some help, and then you go somewhere where you know no one and you don't have a support system. It's easy to fail in a situation like that too.
Right. Exactly.
So right now, tell us about some things that you experienced that made you feel like what, how did you know that you were tired? How did you know that this was it, that you were depressed? Like, what were you doing?
Sequoia, the best way to honestly say it, I was poisoning my body. I was poisoning my life. I dealt with drugs, alcohol. I found myself going to psychiatrists, getting locked up, probation. Who wants that type of lifestyle when I know there was better? You understand what I'm saying? I had to let go of things that happened in the past and that kept me where I was then because I felt it wasn't me. It wasn't like I blame people for a lot of things. And I held grudges. And doing that in life, you're not going to get nowhere. You got to forgive. You got to let go. You got to let the past be the past. No one can ever take away your pain. The pain will never go away. The pain will always be there. But you can't let that pain take over your lifestyle and do things that you're not, that's not good for you or wasn't good for me. Because I was letting my pain overpower me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to I didn't know then, and I realized that if he coming here to Virginia, I had to just let go. Now I understand what they mean, let go and let God. You just gotta let go. And that's what it took for me. Some people they don't have God. They have a higher power though. They have somebody.
Right.
It may not be God. Your belief may not be my belief, but you have a higher power. And you gotta just trust in yourself and believe and know who you are and what you want. And never just settle.
Right.
Because just never settle. You gotta keep going. You gotta push. I had to push myself. And it's not perfect today. It's not. Every day is a struggle. Every day I want to let go.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going through the storm all the time, and I just be like, why? The devil is always interfering, and he's going to always interfere, especially when you know you're on the right path.
Yep.
I don't think I'm better than nobody, no nothing like that, but I had to go through some things to get where I'm at today. I had to let go of some things. I had to do forgiveness, because when you hold grudges and don't forgive, you're hurting yourself, because that person is living or
that's
whatever,
right.
dead, living, whatever. They ain't worry about you.
That's
so what
right.
you worry about holding grudges for? Forgive, let it go, keep it moving.
That's right. Absolutely. We were discussing on the phone a little bit of your story, and one thing that I like that you said was something about you being comfortable. And a lot of people don't know how to let go. When they let go, what brings them back is that they're uncomfortable in an unfamiliar situation, even though they know it's good for them, but they still tend to go back to what was comfortable. Tell us why, tell the audience why you said you were comfortable, because I know that a lot of people, including me, I went through some of those things too. They're comfortable in their situation, but they don't face that. They don't take it for face value. What made you comfortable?
Girl, let me tell you, I was comfortable in the lifestyle and the body I was in because I didn't have to work. I didn't have to get up to go do a 9 to 5 because I knew how to get in the street and hustle a dollar, get money. I knew how to. I didn't have to pay no bills. I lived in a project. Everything is free. Your water's free.
Right.
You're getting food stamps. Your rent being paid.
Right.
Why am I going to leave all of this?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I can do what I want. Go spend money how I want. You know what I'm saying? Because I really didn't. It was just luxury, my luxury. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Meaning out there hustling, spending money, and doing things I'm not supposed to do. So I was comfortable. I don't feel nothing wrong with that. I work. Yeah. But then trouble comes with that comfortableness too. Consequences come with that. Yeah. You know, and I just got tired of it. I got tired of the consequences that my comfortableness led me to. And like I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I said when I first got on the show, I said there's some people out there who get in relationships. It could be any kind of relationship. It could be any kind of situation. But let's use a relationship for example. They'll get in relationships, and because they are provided for with everything, they'll sit and take whatever abuse that they're going through and stuff, and they'll show off the stuff that they're wearing and everything, or the lifestyle that they have. But then when they get home, they get knocked upside the head. So those would be the consequences that they have to suffer for the lifestyle that they wanted. And they are tired and they just don't know how to get out. But you just left everything and you just left. So let me ask you this. You said that you have family in New York, yes, and friends, and then you have family here. Did you have this? Did you have some support in New York?
Of course I did. I had family support. Of course I did. My mother, sisters, thank God for them. Aunts, everybody. I had support. I wasn't out there alone. Right. You know, but that support was enabling me too, you know, because I had to learn to live and make my own, like, it was like letting, like, they was never let go. Like, your mother, you're always under your mother's wing. Your family always gonna be there for you, which I appreciate. Absolutely. I appreciate them, yeah, of course. But I had to let go from all of it and just try to make a change and just live. Yeah. You understand? It's a difference. It's like letting go of your kids. You don't want to let go. You just don't want to let go. Yeah, you don't want to let go. I have family. Great support even to this day. Yeah. Even to this day, you understand? But and then it's different out here from New York. Because even every day, I'm always saying to everybody who's around me, I'm ready to go back. Because to go from a change, and for this is for me. Yeah. And not down in where anybody lives. Never that, because you never know if you have to go back. Yeah. But just living in a project, welfare, on welfare, that's what it is. Yeah. No sugarcoating. Yeah. On welfare, getting food stamps. What is it that I needed money for? I only needed money to pay my cable bill. I only need money to go buy clothes and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So coming here and getting a job, and you mean to tell me I gotta pay rent? I gotta pay for the water that flush the toilet when going to ice trays? Because if you don't pay it, you can't survive. You gotta pay for electricity, heat. I didn't know these things, so yeah, I'm still adjusting to all of this stuff because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to paying bills, paying nothing. It's always a scheme to get over a bill or whatever. Don't come here to Virginia trying that. You're going to come here, you're going to live right, you're going to do right. Because we don't play with New York play. And I learned that from experience the hard way, even to now. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, how does it make you feel? There's a difference in feeling, because I know you stated to me that you recently visited New York and you went through something there, but you're able to pat yourself on the back. And yeah, it's a little difficult. It's not difficult paying bills, but it's something that's a discomfort to you. But how does it make you feel positively? You know, because I was in New York for the holidays, and you know, and I stayed with my mother the whole time, as I always do. Wanting to get out. Devil told me, girl, go do this, go have fun, you know, whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I can. I'm like, just for a little while or whatever. But then I thought about it. Sweetheart, you got to go back and live. You got to have money to pay your bills. What you going to do when you go back home or whatever? You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I fight with myself. And I shouldn't have to fight with myself. I should be strong enough like I did. I'm not going that route. You know, I don't have to do that anymore. Yeah. I don't have to. And right now, I'm so proud of you, because it takes a lot to say, you know, to say to yourself, no, what are you going to do when you get back home? You can't go out and do this, that, and the other, because you got a plan for when you go back home as well. It takes a lot. It means that it's growth. It shows growth. And I just want to applaud you, because I'm very proud of you.
it takes a real woman to stand up and say, I'm going to not do such and such. I'm not going to go backwards because it's going to take much more for me to go forward again if I take those 3 steps backward.
Yes.
So
even though going back feel good, but when you get forward and come up out of that, it's just not worth it. I fall short every day. I just ask for strength to get back up and keep it moving.
Yeah, and see, people in the audience, do you understand? Like, when you are letting go of something, what Raynell is expressing tonight is that it's not going to be easy. It's not a matter of, that's it, I'm done and I'm going to keep going. You're still going to have those times when you want to go backwards sometimes, or you may make a mistake and slip up with certain things, but you can still get back up. Raynell, can you tell us some of the things that you do to encourage yourself not to slip up? Or if you do slip up or fall sometimes, how do you pick yourself back up?
Ask for forgiveness. I pray. That helps a lot. I talk to people. I get encouragement because I still, to this day, I get depressed. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that or whatever. And I just pray. And I just pray for strength and to keep moving and to keep me focused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to do. You got to believe in yourself.
Yes.
You got to know that you can do anything that your mind is set to do, and don't let nobody tell you different. If you're serious and you want to get out and make that change, you're going to do it. But you got to be, what made me want to do, I was just tired. The lifestyle, and it wasn't worth it. I was just tired.
Yeah.
So I pray, my higher power is the Lord, and He's been good. And He let me know that you had to go through some stuff, and you still may go through some stuff to get you so I can get to where you're supposed to be, and it's going to be the best blessings in the world, because I know there's better. There's a future, and good things are going to happen. You got to believe, too, and stop thinking negative.
Yes.
Have faith. Whatever it is, have faith.
How do you do that? Before I ask you that, I have a question that says, and I want to encourage you all who are listening and watching. If you sign on with your Facebook password, you can join our chat room. If you just take a couple of seconds to create a username and password, you can join our chat room and ask Raynell some questions that I'm sure she will be willing to answer. You can ask me a question if you need to. Anything that you're struggling with, we want to help tonight, because we all have been there. We're all human. We all go through certain things, and none of us are perfect. No matter how it looks, we are not perfect. We all go through things, and the point of the show is to encourage each other to keep moving forward and to stand strong and tall. I have a question in the chat room before I ask you the question I want to ask you right now about faith. Did spending time alone help with your process?
Spending time alone help, but I'm not a person who likes to spend time alone. I like to be with people. I like to be around people. I like to see people happy. I'll do whatever I can do or talk to you so that I can I like to see a smile on people's face. I like to know I made a change. You was happy with the outcome of me and you sitting down and talking or whatever. Yeah, there's times I do sit by myself to get things right. I think a lot, in that shower, wash my body. I think about a lot of stuff when I'm brushing my teeth. My mind is always thinking of something else. And I be like, why? I used to feel, when sometimes I do still ask this question, well, God, if you such, a bright future for me, whatever, why you did this for this person? You delivered this person. This person is successful doing whatever. Why I had to go through what I went through or whatever? Why wasn't I delivered? And then she stated to me, but you was delivered.
Yes.
Maybe not in the same way that person you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I like to just I'm right now, yes, it's all about me. The way I sound over the years, it's all about me and my success. And I have to think like that, because that's what keeps me going.
You do. You have to think like that.
I don't think I'm all that. I don't walk around all this pussy and all that. Never, because anything could ever happen to snatch it all away.
Right.
I'm thankful. I'm blessed. Every morning I I wake up, before work, while getting dressed or whatever, I turn to channel 15 on my TV. I got Joyce Myers. I love her. Prince, the Chinese guy.
Yes, I love him too.
Yeah. I listen to them every morning. I get my strength in listening to things they say. Yeah. You put me onto a book, Ayanna Van Zandt, Pieces of a Broken Heart. Yeah. I swear when I read that book, I said, this is me. Well, how did I like this book? I'm the author because it's like so real. I read a lot. I just pay attention to a lot of stuff.
So some of the things
I get through my day, a lot of reading scriptures, and right now I'm talking from my heart. But watching those church shows and watching the pastor and everybody, so I'll be like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that. Let me write this down. But I realize just talk the truth from your heart.
Yes, be yourself.
What you went through, your experience.
That's right.
There ain't enough time in the world to talk about what I went through, but it helps getting it out of what I can get out.
It does.
I don't hold stuff.
And so some things we can learn from what Raynell just said, answering that question is, one, if you're an outgoing person, enjoy being that outgoing person. You might be an extrovert instead of an introvert. Some people enjoy staying in and being by themselves. Some people enjoy being around other people. Do what you enjoy to do while you're letting go, because you still have to live your life. You can't be miserable and just stay to yourself. And two, there are going to be times when you do need to be to yourself and still talking to you, thinking about what you need to do, and praying, having a constant spiritual relationship with your higher power, with God. For me and Raynell, it's God. But whomever, you need that spirituality in your life, because that spirituality is a part of you. There's a God in you that you need to connect with, because you don't even need to do much. He put somebody in you to do all the work within you and on the outside of you. And then another thing she said that I say all the time is to read, watch different things, learn from other people. You have to stay around positivity. And let me tell you something, folks. What you read, you bring about in your life. So if you're reading nothing but drama, I'm not saying don't do it. But if you're reading nothing but drama, you're going to attract nothing but drama into your life. And one of the books that Raynell was talking about, and I don't know if they're going to X this out of the show or whatever, but it's Peace from Broken Pieces by Ayanna Van Zandt. Anybody, I always recommend this book to anyone who is trying to get from one level of their life to another, and you feel broken. And like Raynell said, sometimes we say, God, how come you can do this for someone else, but you can't do this for me, or it's not happening for me? Why are my trials and tribulations breaking me down? But if you look at it, any of these people we watch on television, that we listen to, the books that we read, they've gone through things too. Otherwise, they couldn't help us get through certain things, or we wouldn't even respect them. And right now, you are at a level of a success, because you are here sharing your story. And like I told you already, Maya Angelou says that we are all teachers. And in order for us sometimes to grasp and learn even better or even more, we have to teach while we're going through it. And I have to applaud you, because you have come so far along. I'm so proud of your growth. The way you're speaking, I can tell you're reading different things, watching different things, and doing different things. Now, I want to ask you about faith, because you brought up faith, and that's a very, very kind of shaky situation for some people, because they know they should have faith. They know they should believe in themselves, and they should believe in God or their higher power. But sometimes they don't know how to have that strong faith to say, this is what I have to do. This is what I'm going to do. How did you develop that kind of faith? What would you say to them to help them develop that kind of faith?
I could say it. Let me see how I could put it in words. Like, first, I just want to thank you so much, Sequoia. And things, just moving just a little bit back, like when you said family and friends, y'all compliments and stuff. Like I didn't never really look at it like when you're like I'm proud and you came a long way. Stuff like that is encouragement too to keep it moving or whatever. I'm not doing it for nobody but me, but it sometimes feels good to step back down and say, "Wow, thank you."
Me and Taylor say it all the time. We say it all the time that we are so proud of you, all the time. So
thank you, and I didn't even realize that, but I'm learning to be proud of myself. But where do you find faith? You know what? Where do you find faith?
Did you always have it?
People that just sit there and say, God, how could you, like for instance, when God take a family member or death or someone, they be like, why should I believe in God if he took my mother, he took my father, or whatever. He took everything away from me or whatever. And I didn't really believe. I didn't believe. Yeah. I just had to get up and do for myself and start praying and reading. And how do I know praying is not going to get you? You just got to believe. Believe in yourself, and everything will follow. The chips will fall. Yes. Just believe in you. Find you. Know who you are as a person.
Yeah, and everything, like Raynell said, will follow. It will fall where it's supposed to be. And I think that for me, having faith is just knowing that there is better, and there has got to be better. And if I'm created by a God who said he created me because he loves me, and he is a king of kings, that I know I'm royalty, and I just have to believe it. And faith in the Bible, it says, and it may say similar things in different places, is believing in the things that are unseen. See, because we can see our situation. We can see right now that my lights is off, or we can see that my family is judging me. We can see all that stuff. But I always say, what you think about, you bring about, and what you focus on the most, you continue to keep attracting into your life. So you can focus on what everybody else is saying and keep believing it, or you can believe that I have a God that created me to be the best that I can be. And just like you will create something, a book, you give birth to your children. You want the best for them. You don't want anybody abusing them, and you just have to believe that the person or the entity or the creator that created you wants the best for you. You got to say, this just has to be something better for me, and I'm going to find it. And by all means necessary, you go out there and look for it. And Tarina said, we are all proud of you. To you right now.
Thank you so much. And I'm proud of me too. Thank you.
We are.
I'm trying. I mean, every day is not peaches and cream, and I always say that. I try. And, I pat myself on the shoulder for trying. I no longer try and say, oh, well, I tried, didn't work, let me go back. Yeah. Nah, that's not trying.
Right now.
It didn't work, keep it moving. Yes, Sequoia.
You said something to me while we were talking about your story that I want you to reiterate to our audience. You, as far as not looking back, it's not the fact of not looking back, it's about when you look back, sometimes you still may want to go ahead and do it. And you said that sometimes you want to reach back there and you want to still do certain things, but you talk to yourself. Can you elaborate on that?
I have a conversation because I got no egos. So when feelings start coming about, those are my alter egos coming up. Come on, right now, just one time, let's go do this. Let's go hit the street, or go buy this, and let's go have a blunt, or whatever the case is. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm just telling you from my heart, and I'm not crazy. I'll be like, nah, I'm good. Y'all go ahead. I'll pass on that this time. I have things to do. When I get back home, I gotta do this and do that. I got rent to pay, bills to pay, and if I go with y'all, I'm going back to nothing, which is going to take me back to get enough to go get $1, which I can't say that's completely out of the system. I'm working on it.
Right.
Like how to get $1. I'm working.
You're working on it.
Doing self-work.
That's right.
And I got to let the past be the past. You understand what I'm saying? And if I keep going there, back to the past, because it's making me feel good and it makes me comfortable, I'm never going to get ahead, and I'm trying to get ahead for myself. I'm 43 years old, and I know I still got a full head of life ahead of me.
Yeah.
Full of speed. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't want to just settle back in the comfort that I was in.
Because sometimes you can go ahead. Pray. Yeah, you gotta pray. And sometimes you could go back. This is what my aunt always told me that raised me. She said, Sequoia, you can ignore the fact that you need to move forward from certain things. You can run away from the things that you should be dealing with. But you're going to still come back around to that same thing, or you're going to still have to restart again to grow, because like you said, whatever's going to happen, whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen regardless. The chips are going to fall where they're supposed to fall. And it's going to be harder the next time around. And then you mentioned to me when we were speaking that you didn't like that pain and you still remembered the consequences that you suffered. So you're like, oh no, I ain't gonna go back there again. I'm gonna just go ahead and just do what I need to do.
Right.
So my question to you is, should people in our audience today keep a reminder, because you said don't focus on the past, but should they still keep a reminder of how certain things felt so that they won't want to go back there?
Of course, that's what makes it an experience. Of course, you remember, tell yourself, you remember when you did such and such, wherever you was in jail or whatever led you to being in that place. What did you do to get there? And then when you get there, you're telling yourself, man, why I did this? I should have listened to such and such or whatever. Listen to your conscience or whatever. And I just talk to myself. I talk. And sometimes I talk out loud. I talk to myself. And right now, because, I can't say I tried change before. I always tried change. I always did. And it never worked because I tried change in the same comfortability that I was in. But I went, all right, I'm not going to go around this corner. I'm going to go up this block and then turn this time. But I was still in that comfort zone.
Right.
So I think of all of that, and so now I'm doing it different. The difference is I remove myself from the comfort zone that I always thought was comfortable for me and normal for me. It was nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I just think of that. But then I think about, hey, that was fun. It's only one time. I'm only here for 2 days. What's one of this day out there too? I'm going to have fun, right?
And sometimes you deserve to have fun. And then you also have to remember your responsibilities. And right now, I admire your strength. I did. I watched when you left and you came to Virginia. And yeah, sometimes you say, I want to go back. And I went through that experience too. I wanted to go back. But Virginia has been good to me. And it's not just about Virginia, and it's not just about New York. It's just about your situation. Because some of you out there, may not need to leave a whole entire state. For Raynell, she did. For me, that was the best thing that I could have done. And I know that a big question out there right now will be, were you running away or were you just leaving so you can get yourself together?
I was running away for everything. I ran away from it all. I caught myself just traveling, going to see this person, because I was in Atlanta too. I was like, wherever I landed a job at first, I was going back and forth from Atlanta to Virginia, New York. Wherever I landed comfortability at, or a job, wherever, that's the state I was going to stay in. It just so happened that when I up and left and came to Virginia, I went, I got a job, okay? I got a job with the help of others. I got a job. And so then when I got that, just see, when you're doing good things happen and you start to feel good. So I was feeling good. Okay, I got a job. Now let me go try for an apartment. Boom, that happened. Got an apartment. I was doing good. But then I'm starting to get bored. So the boredom is sitting in, and even everybody who's around me every day, I'm tired. I'm ready to go. I want to go back to New York because I feel I want to go back to my comfortability that I was in. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I was talking to my mother about, talking to everybody. Everybody know me, even on Facebook. I'm going back to 95 North. That's where I need to go right now. But that's just a saying, that's a feeling I'm going through at the moment, because I think if I go to New York now, What am I going into? What I'm leaving an apartment and a job to go where to live in a shelter and get on welfare again. Yeah. So all that work that I did for myself, what? We all get a setback. Setbacks do happen. And it takes, like I said, this is not my first time changing. This is my first time removing myself from the state because I tried all types of things before, but I still found myself back in that same comfort zone. Yeah. So it just wasn't working. I just had to run away. Yes, I ran away from the situation, which when you're running away from the situation, that's just putting the situation up on the shelf. And you're going to deal with it again because it's going to come back. This is where my boredom is starting to come in. Now it's time for me to take that can off the shelf and open it back up again. But I'm like, nah, that's expiration date on that can. I'm going to leave that. It's all right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't care what people say, oh, you ran away, but you won't have that's going to come back around because you never cleared the situation. It wasn't clear. I got the hell up out of it. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I got up. I'm just feeling good right now. My adrenaline is running.
Let it run.
Yeah, that can is spoiled. Expiration, I threw it away. It's not even on the shelf no more. But stuff will come back to haunt you, and it's how you deal and how you answer to the devil when he comes.
Ooh. You understand what I'm saying? Guess what? Let me tell y'all something. You gotta hear it.
Where you guys are trying to take me. I'm not ready.
You gotta all hear it. You gotta hear what this woman is saying. If you didn't get anything from this show tonight about how to not look back, the one thing you need to tell yourself when you make a plan and make up in your mind that you're gonna leave is anytime you get that urge to look back, you need to say that can has an expiration date, and I'm gonna get sick from it if I even open it up and eat it.
Exactly.
So, I love that right now. I really love that.
I think of it, and don't get me wrong, think of it, and I think of things, but I learned let that go. Let it. If you let things go and keep moving and go focus ahead, you won't even think about that time. Well, I can't say that. I take that back because I get bored. When you let boredom sink in,
and you know what they say. What you're supposed to do when you get bored, you know what that means? That means that it's time for you to go to your next level, not go backwards. So when you're doing so good and you feel like you're getting bored, that's the time to start asking God, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing next? Show me, God, and give me the courage to move forward, because you know that means that you're comfortable again. You done mastered this level that you at, and now that means that you getting ready to get a little bit uncomfortable again, because now he's about to take you to something else, another level that you're not used to doing. So whatever that dream is of yours that you think is unconquerable or that you can't accomplish, that's what you need to start moving forward. I see some great things happening for you.
Well, baby, I see it has too. Good things gonna happen. I'm just gonna hang in there, keep telling myself what I tell myself, and just keep it moving. Now I'm allowed to talk to myself and be like, I'm going back to me. I can't take this because my family, everybody hear me. I'm leaving. I'm packing up. I'm coming back. But that's how I talk to myself. That's what's keeping me going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm not. So I gotta talk like that.
Right. I love it. I love it. And Serena said, I love that too. She loved that expiration date. I think a lot of people love that expiration date stuff. I see you. I see that as a title for something. Right now, we have 15 minutes left, and I want to just thank you. We have 15 minutes left in the show, but I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And if anyone wanted to reach you or send you an email and ask you for any advice or any encouragement or motivation, how could they reach you via email?
I would love to give my email. I'm going to give it because, I'm that type of person that loves to talk and to talk people. I just like to talk. I like to make a person feel good. I like to know that they read what I said or they heard what I said. They tried it. And I want to hear that you probably did this and it didn't work. So now you need to hear more information. But my email address is shantaehassel@gmail.com. That's S as in Sam, E as in elephant, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, T as in toy, A, H as in hat, A, S like Sam, ELL @gmail.com.
And I'm putting it in the chat room.
I love to type, so please talk to me. And so, people could tell me some things too that may help me. That's why I didn't mind talking, because we all could share some experiences.
Yes.
But the person to tell me what they went through and how things work for them, and maybe if you do this, or they may have something, an article or something I need to try or read or whatever. Yes. I would love it. Please email me. And my phone, no problem giving my number out. I love to call. I love it. Okay. I'm at 718-964-7802.
And you got that. She just opened up her whole self to you. So if you ever need some advice, if you ever need any motivation, you can contact Raynell through her email address and her cell phone number. I also would like for you, Raynell, to right now, within the next 5 to 10 seconds, I want you to encourage our audience. And it may be just one person that really needs you. It may be 10, it may be 100. But right now, I want you to encourage someone how to not only just let go, but to keep going and not go backwards.
You know what? Please believe in yourself. Wherever you're going through, whether it's addiction, abuse, anything that a person is going through, how can I say, it's easy to say get out of the situation, but it's not that easy. Pray on it. Contemplate on what you can do to make things better and how you can remove yourself from this scenery. It don't work from everybody, but find a higher power. Get somebody to talk to. Reach out. I used to stay stuck, hibernated. I didn't want to go to functions and all that. I didn't want to do all of that. Hibernate. Don't be hibernated. There's somebody out there who can help you. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Ask for help. You got a closed mouth can't get fed. Please try to stay away from negativity. Don't think negative, because when you think negative, like you said, and you think drama, then that's what you're going to be about. Drama. Yes. Life is too short. We never know our expired time here. Pray. Go to your higher power. Find somebody that you can talk to. Ask for help. You got to be, if you're tired of your situation, you got to admit what it is and ask for help and talk and get out. Not everybody has the money or could get up and just leave. Find a higher power. Yes. Love yourself. Have faith in yourself and know you don't have to just settle. I settled all my life, and settling brought me misery because it's better. My mother taught me to do better. To look for better. You don't have to just settle or whatever. And everything is not about $1, because money is the root of all evil. Just peace, a peace of mind. Have a peace of mind in what you do.
Amen. And right now, Serena said all of the family is listening and supporting you. And I want you all to know that Raynell is my cousin-in-law, and I knew that she had, like I said, I always allow God or my heart to invite certain people on this show because I know that they would be a great motivator, inspirational person, and teacher for you. I tell you, I bring real sources, real resources, real people here. This is not all textbook. This is real experience. Right now, is there anyone that you would like to give a shout out to before we say goodnight?
I want to say to all my family and friends, thank y'all, because even though we may not speak sometimes, argue with her, I love everybody. I thank y'all all for support. I always had support, always. I was never just left out there to fend for myself. You understand what I'm saying? And I thank everybody. Thank you, everybody, because when I go to whoever it is, whether I'm out or whether I'm on my email and I'm texting and telling me I gotta go, I want to leave, and all this, I get encouraging words. I get encouraging stuff to, whatever my decision is, I'm not judged. And that's how I felt. I always thought, I don't want to tell this because I'm be judged or whatever. I mean, people gonna judge anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can know my story because I no longer have to hide nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And maybe one day I could get deeper into other things. But right now, I just want to thank everybody. Your encouraging words and your encouragement pushes me further too. And that counts when you have a great support system.
Yes.
You know, and wherever I did in life, period, is what I'm saying. Not just now. Family and friends was always there. And with my Aunt Renee,
it was a person.
You can do it. You can do it. I can see her there. You can do it. Oh wow.
Who said that?
Beautiful person to talk to. My sister, Shanae, everybody, Lynette, everybody, brother, Taz. I have support.
Yeah.
All of you. And Sequoia, thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel good. You know, I feel good. I let a lot of stuff out too. You know, this is helping me too. I'm not perfect. I need y'all to know no one's perfect. You're never going to be perfect. Yeah. But you can do better and make better.
Lingina says she is proud of you. Rels, thank you for joining us again. He said empowered. And Miss Alice is in the chat room putting up your information. And I just want to right now, again, thank you so much for joining us, for sharing your story. And, you know, we have to have you back on the show when I do it again next season. And we want to see your growth. Raynell, before I go, I just want to congratulate Raynell and let her know that I'm proud of her. She's been on her job for how many years now? How long?
I wish it was years.
Well, how long?
I've been on the job for a year now.
A year.
June 6, 1992. 92. Girl, I'm thinking of my job in New York. When I came down here, I got off the bus on June 6th because they called me that Monday, June 4th. And said you're going to start working June 6th. This was in 2012. So when I got off that bus, Gardner and Taz was there to pick me up and took me straight to work. I went straight to work and been going every day.
Raynell, guess what? In 6 months, it'll be 2 years. So, yes. So, congratulations. And Darlene Robinson said, yes, it is good to have support. Alice Hockaday Williams said, go, sister. But I got to get ready to go, Raynell. I love you.
All right, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
And enjoy. Thank you. I really appreciate this.
We appreciate you.
My adrenaline is going right now. I'm going in the house to preach now.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You deserve
it.
Take
care.
Okay. Love you.
Email me, y'all. I love to talk. Email me. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was Raynell. I'm so inspired. I'm so touched. Anytime I even think about her story, her progress, and everything. I have a song that we will be. Thanks, Rel. See you tweeted Raynell information. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank y'all all for the support too and the views. What I'm gonna do is before I play the song that Tiaje done picked out in. You want to say hi, Tiaje? You want to wave? Don't wave. This is my techie right here. We got to wave. So before he has the song ready, thank you, everybody in the chat room. Thank you, Miss Alice, for being my behind the scenes producer. Thank you, Darlene Robinson. We're about to play her something to think about.
Are you still judging someone for mistakes they made in the past? Do you believe that people can change at any age? Where would you be if God was still judging you on the mistakes that you have made? Get to know the person that they are today. I'm Lynn with something to think about.
Something to think about. That's so true. Like Raynell's story, like Karima's story, Annette's, David's, like Randy's, like everybody's story that we've had, and the people that will be coming on the show. And now we have two more. I'm thinking about doing once a month from here on out. But, you know, like everybody's story. Don't judge a book by its cover. You never know what that person went through. You never know. And their story might be something that they'll come out of and be able to help you along your path, such as what Raynell did here tonight. And I'm trying not to get emotional, but I think I'm doing good because the first season I cried, I think, a lot. Thanks, Rel. Love you, Sequoia. I learn something every show through all of your guests. Thank you. Lynn Robinson said, thank you for tuning in. And now, before we play the song, we are going to. Now, I usually play I Love You Heart, but I think that this piece that Lynn put out here for us, and she said to make sure that I say she got it from YouTube, but she does it all of the time and she's inspired by it. I want to put this out there, and this is something that we can say to ourselves every day.
Today, I will not fear. I will not anger.
This is an affirmation.
I will not worry. I will be kind to every living creature. I will do my work honestly. Morning, noon, and evening, I will join my hands in prayer. I will count my many blessings. I am in perfect health, and money flows easily and frequently to me. All my needs are being met at every moment.
Okay, so that's an affirmation to tell yourself all of the time your needs are being met. Money flows to you frequently. You have love, everything. You need to say this to yourself. Like Raynell said, she speaks to herself and encourages herself. And one thing I like that she said was that she has an alter ego. Her alter egos is her feelings, and sometimes she has to calm those down. We have to get in control of our feelings and our emotions. Don't let them control us. That is called self-control. Thank you for joining us on the Sequoia Show. You can reach me and look me up on Google, Sequoia Willis. You can find me on my webpage at fightofmylife.webs.com. You can see the Sequoia shows at sequoiashow.webs.com. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at Sequoia Willis. I'm also on Instagram, Sequoia Willis, and I'm on Google Plus, Sequoia Willis. Everything is Sequoia Willis. See you here next week, same time, same place. And now for our ending song, which I think is best for this occasion.